10 weird things in Dutch supermarkets. We have right here our favorite American couple in the Netherlands. Let's check out the video.
When you step foot into a grocery store in the Netherlands, it might seem normal at first with rows of colorful fruits and vegetables and neatly stacked shelves. But if you look closely, there are quite a bit of unique and unexpected things inside. So in today's video, we're gonna take you on a fascinating journey through the top 10 most weird and distinctive things in
Bro, I gotta get myself one of those microphones. They sound so good. Mine suck. Oh. Mine sounds like shit. What the hell? I paid even a lot of money for this. I mean, it might be this room is empty.
a Dutch grocery store.
That's too much time.
Goedemorgen and welcome back. Today, we're counting down the top 10 weirdest things that you might find in a Dutch grocery store. Starting with one that caused us a lot of stress when we moved here. Number 10. This one's been mentioned in our other grocery store video, but here in the Netherlands and in a lot of other countries here in Europe, you have to pass through security gates both when you go in and then when you leave the grocery store. But the catch is, to exit, you'll need to have your receipt to actually get the gates to open. So be sure to remember that when you're checking out at the grocery store.
How is that a weird
also,
thing?
You might be presented with a confusing and stressful situation if you went to the store but didn't actually end up buying anything. But fret not, there's probably an employee of the grocery store nearby. The reason for these gates is obviously to prevent theft. They don't open from the inside, which is why you need to have a receipt or you need to ask an employee when you're leaving the store if you didn't buy anything. Okay, now let's talk about why those sugary drinks might be costing you a lot more than you think.
Number 9. If you find yourself purchasing bottles of juice, soda, or water, you might notice that they're a little bit more expensive than you might expect. And that's because there's an additional 15-cent tax added to each item. This is called statiegeld. This is to discourage the use of plastics and also encourage recycling. But the good thing is you can keep those empty bottles and return them to the store and get your 15 cents back. And a lot of people actually do this. And when you're in the grocery store, you might notice people
we don't
walking
have that
around
in
with
Italy.
huge bags full of bottles. And that's probably what they're doing.
You're getting their 15 cents.
Hell yeah. If you're familiar with the cereal aisle in an American grocery
I think that is even better, you know. Most of the times when I go to the supermarket, I forget my bags. So if you have to bring the bottles to recycle, you already have your bags to carry on all the food. So yeah, you won't forget them ever in the Netherlands.
store, then you can easily visualize this next one.
Number 8. Aside from cheese, the Dutch are also pretty well known for their love of potatoes, whether it's in a Stamp pot or it's frites. And you'll see that reflected in the grocery store aisles as well. You can get nearly any shape of potato pre-cut in the grocery store. And they have tons of pre-seasoned potatoes too, along with mashed and
Wait, what?
pre-cut.
I never seen fried potatoes in the fridge section. I always see them in the frozen section. That is insane.
In the grocery store. And they have tons of pre-seasoned potatoes too, along with mashed and gratin. All fresh in the refrigerated section.
Oh my god,
And this is a stark
that's
contrast
amazing.
to grocery stores in the United States.
How much do they cost?
All fresh in the
price.
refrigerated section.
Sounds, I mean, yes, it's a little bit more expensive. It's for 1 kilogram. If you buy the whole potatoes, it's gonna be maybe €1 for 1 kilogram. This one at 2.70, but they're already prepared. Oh my god, I will pay happily twice as much if they're already prepared. That's not much at all. It's not expensive.
And this is a stark contrast to grocery stores in the United States, where 90% of the potatoes that you're going to find are actually in the frozen section. Oh, and if you're looking for the whole kind of potato,
in Italy too.
they have those too. Now, let's talk about something you don't see much of in grocery stores here.
Number 7. Tampons without applicators are way more popular in the Netherlands than they are in the US, and that's probably because they're less expensive and better for the environment. But if it's not something you're used to, you might walk into a grocery store looking for tampons with applicators and they're nowhere to be found. In fact, a lot of the pharmacy and self-care items can be found at the grocery store. They just have a very limited selection of them. So if you're looking for something specific like tampons with applicators, you're going to want to visit a drugstore like Atos or Kruidvat, and you're going to find it there. Okay, if you've ever wanted to make fresh juice in the middle of a grocery store, you're gonna love this next one.
Grocery stores in the Netherlands have an orange juice machine. Yep, you can make your own orange juice fresh.
I don't know here in Italy, but I've seen it when I travel to Austria and the Czech Republic. I've seen it. I might have seen it here in Italy as well, but I'm I'm not too sure. Nah, maybe I'm mistaken. In France, I think I've seen it, but there must be in Italy as well, in some places. Also in Finland, they have it.
And right in the middle of most grocery stores here. I'm actually not sure that orange juice is more popular here than anywhere else. Like when we go to Japan, everyone drinks orange juice there.
All the time.
But there's a fresh orange juice machine in most of the supermarkets that we've been to here. And besides orange juice, there's still a bunch of other fruit juices. They're either in the aisles or they're in the refrigerated section like you would
Yeah,
expect.
but these ones, they're so full of sugar. If you got the actual orange juice from the freshly squeezed oranges, it's so much better. This one is so full of sugar. I don't like
We've
it.
actually never used this machine, and I actually don't think I've ever seen anyone use the machine when we're at the supermarket. So if you're one of the people that use this fresh orange juice machine, let us know in the comments. And I guess also let us know, is it that much better than the orange juice that you would buy from
Yeah,
the refrigerated
I
section?
think
It
so,
probably
of
is.
course.
Yeah, it's gotta be. They're
It's gotta
squeezing that
be.
orange
Yeah.
right there.
Anyway, let us know in the comments. All right, now let's talk about a Dutch delicacy for those on the go.
Number 5. Another Dutch food staple is herring, a raw herring that goes through a pickling
Oh my
process and
God.
is typically served alongside
I
some
don't
raw
like
meat.
seafood.
I just ate this in our GeoGuessr
My God.
video.
And usually you'll find these stands outside of train stations or maybe inside of the weekend markets, and it's not just a tourist thing. A lot of locals really enjoy herring. Did you know that? But I was kind of shocked that you could find the herring inside of the grocery store because it's actually like in the fish section, packaged and served with the raw onions inside of it.
Yeah, so you could take it on the train with you.
Oh my God. Raw onions
I don't
inside
think I would
as
ever
well.
have a hankering for herring that was strong enough where I'm like inside of Albert Heijn. I'm like, I gotta get
Wait.
this now.
But if you do, it's there for you.
Yeah, he tried it and actually said it was okay. Right? Okay, if you're looking to spice up your next sandwich, this might be just the thing you're looking for.
Number 4. When we moved to the Netherlands, we were fully prepared to be introduced to a bunch of new cheese products that we weren't familiar with, like maybe some sort of cheese spread or some sort of new flavor of cream cheese. But this is one I'm still not sure I fully understand, and that's all of these flavored spreads. Upon further investigation, it seems like they're all
I'm not too much into it either. I don't know. I tried the Philadelphia ones. They are so good when you first try them, but after a while, I don't know. I prefer normal cheese. If it's a cheese spread, just get the normal one. It's so much better. The flavored ones are good the first time. The second time is already too nauseating. At least that's for me. I tried the Philadelphia one with they have the one with prosciutto, the Italian ham, and also they had the one with chocolate. The first time was so good. The second time is like, oh my God, I can't eat this anymore. I don't know. It's just me. I see so many flavored cheese here in Italy too, but I never buy them.
all just types of egg salads. So you can have like a farmer style egg salad or a chicken mango egg salad or even a hot wing egg salad. But this section of the grocery store is actually pretty big, and so much in fact that most of the local grocery brands here have their own house brands for this stuff. And they also make vegan versions of the most popular flavors. We are really curious about this stuff. It seems like it's really popular here, so we are going to try it in our next video. Pray for us. Everyone here is going to be like, what are they talking about? We eat this stuff all the time. It's not weird, but
Have you ever had egg salad before?
yes, in Japan,
Oh,
Ooh.
right.
in our 7-Eleven video
Yep.
that no one watched. And next, here's a good tip for you if you're looking for
Egg salad
not
is
fresh
good.
vegetables in the grocery store.
Number 3. In the US, when we weren't buying fresh vegetables, we would usually buy frozen or canned vegetables. And coming to the Netherlands, we quickly realized that there are very few canned vegetables here, and most of them actually come in jars. After a few quick Google searches, I really couldn't find a reason for this. I mean, they look quite nice because you can see what's
Yeah.
inside the jar. And another thing that I really love about this is you can actually just use the jar afterwards for things like salad dressing or pasta sauces at home. And we have a ton of these inside of our cabinet right now.
People are going to watch this one and be like,
No, I mean, it's totally different when you buy the vegetables from the cans. Don't they like always put a lot of oil inside, then different dressings? It's so totally different. But most of the times they even dry out the vegetables, like the tomatoes, and other stuff.
yeah.
It's totally different.
Okay, so canned vegetables are just in jars. That's really number 3 on their list.
Yeah, I mean, it is because, like, also there's a hang on. I will say though,
Cut us some slack,
the
okay?
jar things, like, it kind of makes it seem like fancy don't you
Yeah,
think?
it is
Like,
fancy.
it looks really nice and it's glass. And like, honestly, in
It's
the
expensive.
US, they phased out a ton of glass stuff in the grocery store and it's all shoved into plastic. So I don't know. It seems fancy. This next one might be why your grocery bill is so high.
Number 2. In the Netherlands, organic and non-organic produce are found in the same section. So this means when you're in the vegetable section, you're going to see 2 cucumbers, 2 celeries, and so on. Now, if you're in a rush, this might be a little confusing because you just run in, you just grab a vegetable, and it might end up being the organic one, which you'd have to pay more for.
Yeah, I definitely have purchased like a...
Bro, who can get confused buying the organic vegetable instead the normal one? Never got confused in my whole life doing that. It's written there. It's written always like bio, B-I-O, every time. No, I don't know.
€3 cucumber
This is
before
weird.
by accident.
Was it good?
It tasted the same.
The reason for this is probably just to better use the
I mean,
space in
yes,
the word.
exactly. It's written right here. It's written right here. Even if you don't speak the language, I mean, biology instead of biological. Come on. Oh my god, how can you get confused? I mean, the difference is not even that high, just 10 cents. So. Yeah, but sometimes they're way more expensive, but they make it so evident, you know, because they want to be cool. Like, oh, this one is bio, so you're gonna pay more for eating better food or whatever.
Grocery stores, since the grocery stores here tend to be on
Getting
the smaller
confused is
side.
crazy.
All that said, be sure to just make sure when you're buying fruits and vegetables at the grocery store that you're buying the one that you came in to buy and not either one that isn't organic or one that is more expensive than what you're expecting. This is number 2. Michelle wrote this.
Bro, I don't want to mean or anything, but I think only Americans could get confused about this type of things. I mean, I don't mean anything. I don't mean to be offensive or anything, but come on. I mean, I've never seen anyone before have heard of anyone confusing buying vegetables, buying the bio by mistake. Come on.
You want to write the list next
And
time?
finally, the weirdest thing about a Dutch grocery
Okay.
store. Number 1.
You have to pay in euros. It's so weird.
You have to pay in euros.
They won't take my US
They
dollars.
won't take our US dollars. It's so weird.
Nah, it must
Number
be a joke.
one.
Ah, okay.
Now, imagine this. You're on your way home from work and you need to stop by the grocery store. And it's about 6 o'clock in the evening. And you walk in, you walk up to the bakery section,
they're
and
closed.
it looks like this.
Oh, yes.
This is actually quite common because
Yes.
grocery stores in the Netherlands have their bread either baked in store or sent from a factory that same day. And due to the lack of preservatives, they don't really just like sit in the back of the grocery store, so there's not a surplus stock. So many times in the evening, you'll be left with next to nothing or just the really unpopular bread types.
Yeah, but look at the bright side. You get to figure out what the unpopular bread types are here in the Netherlands.
This is
But can't you just buy like the bread, the one that is for longer preservation? I don't know, maybe like the sandwich bread or other stuff like that. You're left with no other choice. Just get that one.
actually how I found all of the breads that are my least favorite.
Yeah, and our favorites.
It's true.
We're like, oh, well, I mean, if everyone's eating this first, then I guess we should be too.
So to avoid this, many people grocery shop in the mornings or the afternoons, or if they see their favorite kind of bread, they'll actually just buy a bunch of it and then they'll throw it in the freezer and thaw it out as needed.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's what
the
I do
official Buncharted
most of the
list of the
times.
weird or quirky things that we've run into here at the grocery stores in the Netherlands. We want to know, what are some things that are normal at your grocery store that you actually haven't seen anywhere else? Let us know in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Dewey.
Wow, they have so many cool videos. We definitely need to check more videos from this channel. And yes, just subscribe right away. Leave you a link in the description so you can subscribe as well. Come on, we are doing these reaction videos. We always have to pay and homage to the people making these actual videos. Until in the future, I will be making it too. So yeah, guys, this was very interesting. I would say stuff in Italy in the supermarket that you won't see in other countries. Ew, tough one. I feel like the Parmesan cheese. We have like so many different types of Parmesan cheese in the supermarket that you won't see in other countries. from the top of my head, I would say that like Io would have like I don't know, maybe like 20 different types of Parmesan cheese, you know, in different shapes. You can get the longer one, you can get the one cut into cubes, you can get the one already grated. But I always suggest everyone to not buy the one that is already grated, because that one will last you only for 2 or 3 days and it will start to smell bad and you have to throw it away. If you get the one that you grate yourself, come on. With that one, if you preserve it well, you know, you put it in your fridge, you close it properly, that one even for a month it will be good. So it's always the best one for me. Anyway, I really hope that you did enjoy this video. I'll see you very soon in another one. Ciao, ciao.